My beloved soul, today, I want you to notice something that may have been missed amidst the noise of your thoughts and the agitation of your days. I have heard you. I have listened to your spirit that longs for direction, that cries out for confirmation, that desperately seeks an indication that I am here, that I have a plan, that the route you are following is the correct one. You have been looking to the sky, expecting a cloud in a specific shape. You have searched for grand miracles, for entrances that swing open with a bang, for answers that arrive with unmistakable clarity. And in your quest for something spectacular, you have felt disappointed, perhaps even slightly forgotten, because the heavens seemed quiet and devoid of indicators. Today I came to sit beside you with a tender smile and tell you, you were looking in the wrong place. What I will reveal next can redefine your path, because my communication with you is far more intimate and constant than you realize. I am not a God of rare occurrences. I am a God of daily whispers, and the truth is, I sent you a clear indicator, not in a future dream, not in a distant utterance. I sent you a sign yesterday, and you didn't pick up on it, not because of a lack of conviction, but because your mind was too loud, too fixed on the problem, too tuned to the frequency of anxiety to catch my frequency of calm and direction. Today, we are going to rewind the tape. I will show you precisely what that indicator was, how I sent it, and what it means for your today and your tomorrow. Before we continue, state this word of belief in the comments. God clarifies my thinking and my choices. This is your act of opening up to my language, declaring that you are ready to become an expert at discerning my pointers. Now, settle your spirit. Your lesson on divine communication starts now. My daughter, pay close attention now because the indicator I sent you yesterday was woven into the fabric of your average day. Do you recall that moment of quietude? That instant, perhaps lasting only a few seconds, when amid the clamor of your worries an inexplicable wave of serenity washed over you. Maybe you were driving, or washing dishes, or looking out a window. For a brief period, the internal racket ceased. The tension in your shoulders relaxed, and you felt, for a moment, simply, okay. And then, as quickly as it arrived, you dismissed it. You labeled it distraction, a lapse in attention. You quickly returned to your list of concerns, to your usual state of apprehension. My dear one, that was not a moment of inattention. It was a moment of alignment. That calm was not yours. It was mine. That was my indicator. It was I, the Prince of Quietude, entering your noisy boat and, for an instant, silencing the inner storm to show you that I am in charge. It was I, giving you a sample of the state of being I am guiding you toward. I didn't send you a detailed blueprint, because that would only feed your need to manage. I gave you something far more impactful, the sensation of your destination. I gave you the feeling of the place I am leading you, a place of composure, reliance, and rest. That moment of calm was your compass. It was my way of saying, This is the direction we are moving. This feeling is your true north. Anything that steals this inner calm is the wrong way. Anything that fosters this calm is the right way. You were seeking an external answer, and I gave you an internal experience. You were looking for a command, and I gave you a direct encounter. There is an essential truth you must absorb before proceeding. I guide you not primarily through your thoughts, which can be deceptive, but through the settled feeling in your spirit, which is the referee of my Holy Spirit. Now, before we advance, post this in the comments. I place my trust in the Lord. By doing this, you reinforce your belief and share encouragement with others needing to sense my presence to call out. It is your declaration that you are ready to trust your internal compass, even if the external scenery still appears unclear. If this message resonated, please support this effort by clicking thanks and help circulate words of guidance, encouragement, and inspiration to many lives. The signal was sent, and it wasn't in the heavens, it was in your heart. My precious soul, your logical mind might question, but how can a simple feeling of composure be a practical guide? It is because my quietude is not passive. It is intelligent. It carries critical information. That brief moment of calm you experienced yesterday was your reply. You have asked me, should I take this route or that one? Should I accept this proposal? Should I have that discussion? And as you cycled through the pros and cons in your mind, in an endless loop of analysis, I sent you my signal. Do you recall what you were contemplating? Or which choice you were weighing at the precise moment the calm arrived? That thought, that option, was aligned with my will. The tranquility was my affirmation. It was my silent yes. And you also recall the thoughts that immediately stole your peace, the thoughts of fear, of needing control, of pleasing others, of taking the safe but lifeless path. The absence of calm was my loving no. I have been teaching you to navigate no longer by the world's logic, but by the stillness of my kingdom. The world tells you to choose what makes the most financial sense, what grants the most standing, what is safest, and I tell you to choose the calm. Because the path of quietude, even if it appears illogical or daunting initially, is the only route leading to overflowing life, your true calling, and your genuine joy. What I will reveal next can redefine your path. Your composure is my manifested presence, and my presence is your guarantee of success. Where my quietude leads you, my provision will follow. Where my calm directs you, my doors will open. Your inner peace is not just a pleasant sensation, it is your winning strategy. I, your God, am sending you a distinct sign. The confirmation you anticipate rests in this scripture, Colossians 3:15, which states, "Let the peace of Christ rule in your hearts, since to this you were called in one body, and be thankful." Post in the comments, "I receive this message and am blessed," and send warmth and protection to someone you care for, affirming that the peace of Christ is the referee in their heart and mind. If this message resonated, show your backing with a thanks and help circulate this message of light. Before we proceed, let me guide you towards something I prepared to further strengthen your belief. If you feel a need for inner healing, spiritual reconnection, purpose, and success aligned with my heart, a 31-day experience awaits you. Each day was created for me to communicate more deeply with you. If you wish to follow this route, the link is in the description and the first pinned comment. Now, let's continue. If you haven't subscribed yet, do so now to keep receiving messages of light. Your peace is not found in a solved future, but in the surrendered present. My blessed soul, a worn-out intellect is often one burdened with unprocessed emotional waste. If your house were full of trash accumulated over years, the air would be heavy and breathing difficult. The same applies to your mind. For my tranquility to enter and reside, we must conduct a major cleanup. And your cleaning tool is acceptance. You have kept a detailed record in your mind of every offense, every letdown, every betrayal, and you visit this archive often, reliving the pain, replaying the injustice. Each one of these files of resentment is a sack of toxic waste in your awareness. It is not harming the one who wronged you. It is poisoning you, keeping you tied to the past and fueling your apprehension about the future. What if they harm me again? Today, I give you the strength to empty the bins. Acceptance is your act of dragging those sacks out and handing them to me, the divine waste collector. It is not a feeling. It is a decision. The decision to no longer allow another person's mistake to determine your inner calm. Every time you accept, you free up valuable mental capacity. You clear a channel for my tranquility to flow. And the heaviest waste of all is self-condemnation. You have an even larger file on yourself, filled with every mistake, every shortcoming, every regretful word. And you are your own harshest critic. Your mind has become a court where you are never acquitted. My child, hear the verdict of the supreme judge, not guilty, pardoned, clean. My favor is the solvent that dissolves every stain of your guilt. If I, who am holy, do not condemn you, who are you to continue condemning yourself? Post in the comments a list of people, including yourself, whom you wish to accept. Picture each one, send them warmth and say, "I accept you and set you free. May peace be with you." Feel the lightness and liberty acceptance brings. Repeat this practice daily to build inner calm and release anxiety. By doing this, you are declaring bankruptcy on your personal system of justice and placing yourself under the economy of my favor. You are clearing your mind of the weight of yesterday so it can be filled with the lightness of my presence. My precious soul, with your intellect cleared of the debris of the past, we must now redecorate it with heavenly furnishings. You cannot simply leave your mind vacant. The adversary would try to fill it again with his trash. You must intentionally fill it with my truth. Your weary mind has been governed by facts, the facts of your bank balance, your medical report, your external situations, and facts can be alarming. But I call you to operate on a higher plane, the plane of truth. My truth overrides your facts. The fact might be that you are ill. My truth is that, by my stripes, I am healed. The fact might be that you are lacking. My truth is that my God will supply all your needs. Your daily routine, starting today, is the renewal of your awareness. This means making a conscious exchange. Every time your mind presents a fearful thought based on a fact, confront it with one of my promises of truth. This isn't a battle of sheer willpower. It's an exchange of authority. You are telling your mind, I appreciate your data, but the final ruling on this matter belongs to my God. Saturate your intellect with my word. Read it, reflect on it, memorize it. Let it become the new soundtrack of your life, drowning out the old melody of worry. Start practicing gratitude. Gratitude is the discipline that trains your mind to concentrate on what you have, not what you lack. It shifts your view from deficiency to plenty. And a mind focused on my present goodness has no capacity for apprehension about the future. There is a deep truth I want you to grasp. Your peace will not arrive from changing your situations, but from changing your focus. By concentrating on my truth and my goodness, you will start to see your facts rearrange themselves as a consequence, not as a condition for your calm. My daughter, a composed mind is a mighty mind. And the quietude I am bringing to your fatigued intellect is not for you to retreat from the world and exist in a bubble of repose. It is so you can engage with the world from a new stance of strength and clarity. Your mind, free from the noise of anxiety and the static of concern, will become a clear channel for my ingenuity and wisdom. Where confusion once existed, you will find directional clarity. Decisions that felt paralyzing will become direct. You will know, with an internal certainty, the next move to make, because my voice will no longer be competing with 1,000 other fear-driven voices. Where there was stagnation, you will find a flow of creativity. Ideas for your career, your family, your service will arrive with an ease that surprises you. You will no longer have to think so much. You will begin to know. Your relationships will transform. Because you are no longer operating from a place of neediness or fear, you will become a steadying presence for others. People will be drawn to you, not so you can fix them, but simply to exist in your atmosphere of calm. You will love with greater freedom, set limits with more grace, and communicate with sharper clarity. Your inner quiet will bring tranquility to your connections. Your external conditions will begin to fall into order. The disorder around you, which mirrored your inner turbulence, will begin to settle. Favor will start to track you. The right openings will appear smoothly. The right resources will present themselves at the right moment. The world bends toward the spirit that is settled, because a settled spirit is aligned with me, the source of all order and all provision. What I want you to start doing is anticipating this. Expect things to align. Expect favor. Expect solutions. Your expectation of quietude and order is an act of belief that draws more calm and more order into your existence. You are beginning to act as a conscious partner in creating a new reality for yourself, a reality where tranquility is the rule, not the exception. Share this video with 2 dear people who need this message of hope and faith. Let's build a chain of mutual support and affection. Post a comment with a prayer of faith and hope. A simple, Lord, may the peace within me bring calm to all areas of my life. Is your acceptance of this capacity to create peace through your new serenity. My precious soul, your passage toward quietude is not just for your benefit. It is for your commission. The world is sick with urgency, sick with anxiety, sick with noise, and I am preparing you to be an antidote. You are being appointed as a carrier of calm. Your greatest declaration will not be your spoken words, but your very composure. Your greatest contribution will not be your activity, but your being. In a world that shouts, you're centered. Quiet presence will be a sermon more powerful than any speech. You will encounter people drowning in their own mental storms, and you won't need to give them a 5-step plan. You will simply need to sit with them. And the calm you carry, my calm flowing through you, will minister to their spirits in a way words cannot. You will become an oasis, a place where weary souls can come to drink from tranquil waters. Your home, your office, your very presence will become sacred zones of refuge. What the adversary intended for your detriment, your overactive mind, your tendency toward worry, I am redeeming and turning into your greatest advantage. Because you know the structure of anxiety, you will possess unique empathy and authority to serve those who worry. Your life story, your journey of learning to discern and follow my indicator of calm, will become your map for guiding others out of their own mental wildernesses. Embrace this calling. Your struggle during this time was not meant to isolate you. It was meant to equip you to connect. Your life is becoming a beacon, a source of rest, refreshment, and profound insight amid the noisy desert of the world. My beloved soul, we have reached the conclusion of our talk. The indicator I sent you yesterday and have been sending daily has been revealed. It was not a riddle, but an invitation. An invitation to step out of your tired mind and enter my rest. An invitation to stop seeking external replies and start listening to your internal compass of composure. An invitation to a new way of being, where your serenity becomes your strength, your strategy, and your greatest service. Your role, starting today, is to honor this indicator. Value your tranquility above all else. Protect it, nurture it. Let it be your referee, your guide, your dearest companion. When the world gets loud, recall the whisper. When the world offers you its anxiety, choose my calm. You no longer need to live like a leaf at the mercy of every thought and circumstance. You can live like a mountain, centered, stable, anchored to the rock of my presence. Your intellect is no longer your battleground. It is now your private garden, a place of beauty, quietude, and intimacy with me. And from this garden, rivers of living water will flow to bless a thirsty world. Go now and think peace. Your answer has always been within you. If this message resonated with you and your situation, write in the comments, "I choose the peace of God as my guide." Your words strengthen your belief and also light the way for others who need this guidance. Share your experiences in the comments. And before we conclude, I need to guide you to something I specially prepared for you. I have seen your quest for inner healing, spiritual reconnection, a new purpose, and prosperity coming from my hands. None of this is accidental. When your heart cries out, I open paths. Therefore, through this channel, I have set before you a guided 31-day experience, a process where daily, I can speak more deeply to your spirit. This is not just a guide, it is a path of restoration, alignment, and development, created to fortify your belief, renew your hope, and open doors you couldn't have conceived of. If you feel this call, access the link in the description and the first pinned comment on this video. Begin this course of healing, reconnection, purpose, and success today. I will be with you on every page, guiding your steps and illuminating your way. If this message touched your heart, like this video and subscribe to keep receiving my word. Thank you for being here, and I will see you in the next video.